What's going on, y'all? And welcome to another episode of Dominique and Friends.
Oh,
yeah. And like you know, I always bring my funny friends here. I got this motto: if you ain't funny, we don't rock with you. So you know that's just how we get down. Anybody I bring here, they bona fide funny. They can stand on 2 feet, flat-footed, and do the damn thing. So today we gonna kick it off. I got my homeboy, Washington D.C.'s on.
There it is.
It's my homeboy. You know, it's something special about when you're a comedian and y'all come out the same town.
Right.
It's a whole different kind of thing. So y'all give it up for Pierre. Y'all know Pierre.
What the one that brought light-skinned brothers back before Barack Obama did? Okay.
And also, a good friend of mine put a lot of money in my pocket in my New York days, and he said he gonna put some more in there.
Okay.
So you know I'm happy about that. Y'all give it up for my good friend straight out of Brooklyn. Brooklyn going out to all put your lighters up. You understand? Give it up for A.G. White, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Not A.G. White, not so white. And Pierre, stop acting light skin. I can feel it now.
All right, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
And AG,
Okay.
but one thing, AG is a white guy, but ain't nobody, AG been light skinned since the 90s, man.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't never been a white guy. AG, and
No,
people
just
don't.
that Jerry curl that I had. That's what it
But
was.
people, you know what's interesting though? People never talk about the experience that white people have when they're born and they're raised in our culture
Right.
around all black people. There has to be some weird shit though.
But he ain't that black that he gonna use that N-word, but you don't say that, nigga. I bet you the nigga don't say that.
I won't use the N-word. I'll go just as close.
That's right. AG said I go close as I can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look, let the people know
For real.
who y'all are and let them know what's going on in your world. That's how we kick it
Go ahead.
off. What y'all up to? Whoever want to start first.
I'm gonna let AG take the first. Go ahead, AG. Tell me what you doing.
AG. Let people know
No,
what's
you can
going
go
on.
first. Ladies first. Ladies
Ooh.
first. Yeah, go ahead.
But if I talk about my career, it's gonna be a long career, nigga. So I'm trying to get you to do a quick 30-second wrap up, nigga. Come on, wrap it up. 30 seconds. Tell me what you've been doing for the last 20 years, nigga. 30-second wrap up.
That boy crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, Pierre always go at it. Whenever I
All
see
the
the
time.
first thing he says to me, no hello, how you doing? How's your family? All he says to me is, oh, hell no. And I'm like, damn, Pierre, I just came off the bus.
No, it's usually
But anyway, nah.
it's usually what you wearing. That's why I say hell no. 'Cause I can't believe you wearing that bullshit, nigga. Hell no. Not them shoes, nigga. What are those, nigga? What are those, nigga? You will keep it white. You will keep it AG white with them shoes now.
Hey, Pierre caught me one day. My Air Jordans, instead of Jordan leaping in the air on a sneaker, Jordan took a knee. Jordan took a straight up knee.
Kaepernick Jordan.
Kaepernick knee.
Okay.
It was them Kaepernick George age.
It was a Kaepernick Jordan. Took a knee. He didn't even leap in the air. So no, but no, it's your boy A.G. White, Puff Daddy, Bad Boys of Comedy. Martin Lawrence presents First Amendment. You know Martin Lawrence. That's your hometown dude right there. Had a ball doing his joint. And I'm, still making it happen, still, trying to create these major events and everything like that. So love is love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel good. Health is okay. I'm straight. A.G. White, not so white. Taste the comedy with a different flavor. Boom, bow.
There it is.
Well,
Pete?
Well, I'm the one, like I said, held that light-skinned mantle all through the 90s when it was rough and shit. We lost it during the 80s after goddamn Christopher Wins got stabbed in the hand by goddamn
Nino Brown.
Yeah, goddamn. All he said was ouch. All nigga said was ouch. Pulled his hand back to my ouch. Nigga. I was like, I'm only nigga in the theater saying, shoot this nigga, shoot him.
Couldn't do nothing.
Shoot this nigga. Punch him with the other hand.
But P, you got to know how that pain radiated. That man. That man was sitting there chilling. Most of the time you can brace yourself.
Right.
That man was chilling, listening.
That set us back like 20 years, but fuck it. But some of y'all may know me from the movies How to Be a Player. I'm the one that got caught with the cowboy boots. And Babs with me and Halle Berry. I kissed Halle Berry before.
Yeah.
Well, not before anybody. A lot of niggas kissed Halle Berry. But I was one of the niggas who kissed Halle Berry. Fuck it. But then I did, like I said, Def Comedy Jam. I did the joke about being shot at McDonald's, spreading bullets around equally. So, I've done that kind of stuff. Made my own movie. A lot of people don't know I go behind the camera, too. I write, produce, and direct. I did a movie called For the Love of Money, which I put down a lot of comedians, man, down that hadn't had to shine yet. Everywhere from my man Ralphie May, rest in peace,
Rest in peace,
Afion, Crockett, Joey Wells with the Plastic Cup Boys. So I did that. I just made 3 other movies in Atlanta called Slice 1, 2, and 3. They're horror comedies. I'm about to put them out. It's basically what black people would really do in a horror movie. Like, ain't no motherfucking, ain't no your girl running and she fall and she just leave her falling and keep on running. We killed a white man first and shit. I was trying to get A.G. White to kill him first and shit right off the rip before the credits started rolling. I did that.
No, that's when you film. That's when you film in San Francisco's with your other friends.
Well, that what it was. Only you would know that, brother. Only you would know that. Okay, don't forget you live in New York. Okay,
That's some inside shit,
okay,
y'all.
okay. He the only nigga I know go backwards. But I got a web series right now, really hot web series called Dating Pierre. That's Dating Pierre. I don't know how your listeners are, Dominique. You know, you may need some spelling lessons, but Dating Pierre, I got to spell that shit down.
Nah, they pretty dope. They
Okay,
pretty cool.
so go on YouTube, catch that. And I just wrapped up my 2 weeks ago my special, my stand up comedy special, hour special. Yeah, I shot my special
on that.
out here at the Roxy Theater. It was hype, so there it is. Now see, that took a little while to get all that out. Okay, goddamn.
So look, so the NBA playoffs going on. Y'all looking at the games? Y'all checking the
Damn
games?
right.
You looking at the games, AG? Who y'all got in the finals and who y'all got to win?
Well, let me say real quick. I'm a LeBron fan, but
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna take 4 games and stuff. So I don't know about that. It'll be tight. But I see Golden State, and I think really Golden State and Boston would be a better finals because they both really athletic. So I can see a lot of them boys running back and forth, real quickly. That's what I would say. I see that going down. But my heart is with LeBron and his hairpiece and shit he gonna get next year and shit. So I'm with him.
LeBron ain't gonna get no hairpiece. He gonna get that sexy baldy.
Hell, he'd have been got that.
But he gonna get it. But you gotta know, P, he young. So his hair falling now. He can't take it right away.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? He's still young. So he like, oh man, what's going on?
Well, I don't think the hairpiece will go with the PEDs, but
damn.
Oh shit.
The PEDs
Are you serious on that? Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
I love LeBron, man. I'm a big LeBron fan, man. I just think, I'm hopeful he gets just a little bit more push from his players, and they don't just depend on him for real. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. How much more can he do? Right. You know what I'm saying? Before they start waking up, and finally they start to wake up. J.R. Smith probably laid off the weed for a week.
Right.
He's back to back to doing what he does, and I think I personally want the Cavs to go against I don't care for the Warriors because I don't care for Draymond. I think he's a dirty player. You know what I'm saying? It's always to have that one person to be that way, but on the real, I just don't. He's like extremely dirty. Like he's that kid in the playground that you would just fight straight up. He's that dirty. But I like the Rockets.
Because you don't come from that street game. You don't come from that street game. You come from that youth organization where they have your parents coming, your mother and father come and cheer you on. Those are Negroes playing that ball, okay? So you're not accustomed to that. That's normal shit. You're like he's fouling him too hard. They should put him out. He's talking back to the referee.
You don't have to play basketball.
But I don't.
You don't have to.
My thing is, I like LeBron and I respect this game. I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest fan, but I do like him. I just don't. I want to see somebody different. That's my whole thing with it. I don't want to keep seeing the two. That's why the NBA is kind of garbage to me. They kept the same 2 teams for how many years in a row? I don't want to see them play the Warriors. I'd rather see Boston or Houston, but Houston, they just they ain't even.
Well,
Houston,
it's hard. It's hard to beat 4 real good shooters on one team. The Golden State got 4 real good shooters. They don't have to dribble the ball inside the perimeter.
Excellent shooters.
Yeah.
They got 4 excellent shooters. So, I'm sure, I think Boston is going to beat Cleveland. I do think it's going to turn out that way. If Boston can win a game on the road, they so dumbed down on the road till it's not funny.
Well, no.
I can't understand that.
Well, ask AG. AG know about Boston.
Get your mouth right there. P eating this salad, y'all.
Oh, my bad.
You okay?
I don't do Boston. I'm a native New Yorker. We don't do nothing Boston.
Okay.
The only thing I would love to see Boston is the massacre again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay, but
anyway.
And also,
I don't eat the baked beans. No.
And also, shout out to The WNBA their season kicked
Yeah.
off. We gotta get a WNBA love. We don't get them love like we should.
Yeah,
Them
them-
girls be hooping.
Them hoes be shooting them both.
They be hooping. So we gotta get them love. They season kicked off. People don't be watching.
That's
But
why
I
AG
support
got
the
excited. Yeah,
WNBA.
yeah. That's why AG
And we
got excited.
And we gotta give them more shine and more love.
Right.
All right, so let's get into this thing. I want to ask y'all something. Jay-Z convinces Meek Mill not to make scheduled visits to the White House.
Smart move.
Smart move, excellent. In case you didn't know this, Meek Mill was scheduled to take the pursuit of prison reform to the White House. That is until Jay-Z stepped in and convinced him to cancel the trip. The rapper, who has taken on the cause since becoming its most high-profile victim, was scheduled to visit 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue today, where he was expected to discuss his own egregious treatment in the criminal justice system during Donald Trump's prison reform summit. Well, Jay-Z called him late at night and said, "You don't need to do that. You gonna hurt the cause." And other high-profile celebrities called him as well, saying he don't need to meet with Donald Trump. And I think that was excellent.
Well, hold on. I agree to but disagree. Now, I say
Okay,
this much.
go
So
ahead.
here it is.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, sometimes you got to go to the devil to find out what the devil's doing. Now, I would have said this. Meek Mill could go, but he needs to go with a different group of people. You
Who
know,
would you suggest he went with?
like
P?
I mean, shit, like Farrakhan and them, and people who are more staunch against that situation, because Donald Trump could talk circles around Meek Mill.
Anybody.
Right? You know,
Yeah.
well, especially Meek Mill. So he needs backup to go in there and talk, because without him talking, what's that going to do? Is that going to help the situation? If you don't talk to the president about it, maybe get some across to the president.
I don't think you're going to get anything across to this president because, frankly, I don't think this president really cared, P.
Okay. Well,
But
then
I
we got 4
understand
years to wait around. We got 4 years to wait around for something to
I understand
change.
where you coming from, though.
Because we don't talk, it ain't going to change.
He did need to take, but in the president, if he was going to bring, but the way the president is and his cowardly nature, he would have never took the meet with Meek Mill had he said, "Well, I'm gonna bring Al Sharpton, I'm gonna bring Farrakhan."
Right.
He would have never. He would have said, "No." He wants a person.
But I want to hear him say no, so we can say,
Okay.
you know, let me hear you say
He
it.
definitely wants somebody he feels like he can intimidate.
Right, sure. So let me hear you say no. Then we're gonna say, well, why not? And there it is. Now you got to explain his side.
He ain't gonna explain it. He gonna lie. What you think,
I heard
AG?
that.
You know how he get down.
Well, that's AG uncle and shit, so he like the president and shit.
Listen, I don't listen. Let me tell you something. It's everything he does as president of the United States. I gotta hear it. Growing up in the hood, still living in the hood,
Yeah.
brothers. Anything he does, I always got to get the short end of the stick. Yo, what's up with your president? And I'm like, he ain't my president. He your president. Then they come with the Pierre style. Well, he your complexion. I'm like, he ain't my complexion. He orange. Both y'all can sun kiss my ass. I don't have nothing to do with Colt. I don't have nothing to do with Colt 45. I don't deal with none of his things, none of his belongings. He's not my president. I don't have anything to do with him. And I'm glad a boy from Brooklyn, Jay-Z that B, got Meek Mill released from prison. So kudos to that.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So,
he definitely.
Without.
Go ahead, AG. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I just don't. I don't. Anything Trump and politics. I don't believe that. But where's Al Sharpton in this whole equation? Did Al? You know, is Al speaking up on this particular
I didn't
premise?
hear, but I didn't hear anybody say. Excuse me. I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't hear anybody say anything about it except for Jay-Z. The other people, they haven't been named to my knowledge anyway.
Right.
They put Jay-Z's name out there, so to my knowledge, they haven't been named. But I think it was an excellent phone call, and I think that we got to do more of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you see it's an error in the person's way, you got to say, no, you can't go talk to him like this. I mean, because everybody that has gone to talk to him, it hasn't worked out well. But in what Pierre is saying, though, nobody has went with backup. If you're going to go talk to him, you got to go with the proper backup, people that can stand with you and not let him talk that talk, because he a pimp.
Right,
So if you go in there by yourself,
Right.
you going to get to talking that talk. Next thing you know, you woozy as shit.
Right,
And
don't know
you
what
in
the
there
fuck.
standing there doing a photo op.
Hell, there you go. That's right.
You in there doing a photo op. You almost like
I wouldn't have done a photo op. If I go there, I wouldn't have done a photo op, none of that.
You be in there, you go in there, you damn near like you in first 48 interrogation.
Okay, shit.
And you come out, then admit it to a crime that you know you ain't
Okay,
committed.
that's true. Speak on it.
You know,
So yeah, I just think he should have went in there with some backup. I mean, how do we get the reform done? How is it going to get done? How is it going to get fixed? Somebody tell me, explain that.
But I agree with you. We do have to talk about it.
Right.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. But when you talking to somebody that appears, now I don't know this man,
Right.
but that appears not to care. You
Right.
know what I mean? That's a problem.
Right. I hear you. Well, if that's the case, then you don't talk to them. That's fine. But how do we, I guess it won't get resolved to the next presidency, I guess, maybe.
I guess so.
If going to the president helps you get it done quicker. I mean, I don't know the scenario on that.
That's what they say, but we don't really know.
Yeah.
Right.
They say the president. What do you think? How do you think we get this resolved, AG?
How you get your phone service resolved first?
Yeah,
nigga?
y'all
Shit.
AG on the phone with us. I don't know.
This nigga dipping and
AG
diving.
AG done went to I don't know what kind of service he done went to.
Okay, this motherfucker in the bathroom. That's what it is. He look like a what do you call that? A molester, but a creep in there and shit. He in the corner, humped over on the phone and shit.
I don't think he gonna tear PAs. Now his service not coming back in.
You on Metro PCS bullshit. When you pay under $50 a month, that's what you get. Okay.
He don't even know. AG don't even know he ringing like this.
Okay. Hell no.
We gonna try to get him back though.
All right. But now I can talk shit about AG. Fuck AG.
The whole time.
That's my dog though.
Yeah, they talking trash to each other, but that's how comics do.
Oh, yeah.
We love each other. They love each other, so it ain't nothing but a thing.
He been down in the trenches for a minute with us.
For a long time with us.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah. He done sacrifice some shit. Please believe it.
Yeah, please believe it.
He
He done
could-
been through a lot. He ain't had to do it.
Right. Sure.
That's all I'm saying. He ain't had to do it.
Very true. Very
When
true.
you a white comic, you ain't got to get in these trenches
Yeah,
with
the
us
black
like
coat.
that. He could went right on over to the white club and done what he had to do.
And tap danced a little bit.
Yeah.
Hello, and thank you.
Oh, that's,
He probably trying to call us back.
mm-hmm.
So, Pete, let's
up,
talk
baby?
about this since we talking.
Let's do it.
You shot a special.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know people see comedy specials on TV and those kind of things, but I don't even think they really understand, Pete,
Oh, yeah.
the work that it takes to go into shooting a comedy special. So, enlighten the people on that, Pete.
Well, one thing is, to shoot one, you're fortunate to get one. First of all,
Absolutely.
no matter what, even if HBO gives you one or you put the money together to get one, you're
Absolutely.
fortunate to get one and to do one. And if you do, I think you should take it as serious as possible. It's not up there just gonna be up there bullshitting around. You gotta really take it as serious as possible, especially your first one, because your first one's gonna dictate what your career is gonna look like, most
Yeah.
likely. You know what I'm saying? How it's gonna flow. And
What does that mean when you say that, Pete?
well, you gotta come out top notch. You can't slack. You gotta really concentrate on it. You gotta really work on that special before you put it out. Remember Cat Williams when he had that green jacket on his first special? He told his shit out of that place. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
did.
A lot of comics when they come, some the bigger ones like, is it AG back? Okay, he ain't that back. Okay, this motherfucker got this thing got 6 second.
Yeah, he in the
This
bad
motherfucker on the
area.
police. This motherfucker on the jail phone and shit.
And then he's sitting up there talking about Trump. Trump said, but you ain't gonna be on
Okay,
this
you ain't gonna talk about this.
You ain't gonna talk about this shit because we gonna unplug his damn phone now.
I love it. But so yeah, you have to take it as serious as possible. And I did mine. I looked at my act and was thinking to myself, well, how am I gonna be different than most of the comics I see out here, or just trying to make myself different and stand out. And we all are funny, but some of us aren't uniquely funny. You know what I'm saying? We all kind of funny. Some of us get married together. We don't know who's who. I don't know which one.
So
You gotta make
explain to them, the audience, since we taking you step by step. When you say uniquely funny, what does that mean?
your
when
own
you say-
perspective, and and if you can bring, especially if you can bring stories of
Hello,
your
and
own.
thank you for calling.
If you can bring stories of your own situation. Everybody can do observational humor, especially us young blacks. We are a certain age group. We went through the same stuff. Well, everybody can talk about roaches, being poor,
Yes.
you having water instead of milk for cereal. It's all a same perspective. But when
Right.
you uniquely do your own stories, no one can do that.
Right, right.
Your different
I
voice.
agree.
So a lot of us get lumped up like Def Jam comics. Sometimes you don't know what comic is who. They all sound the same. It can get lost up in that. But when you're uniquely different, then have different voice, that makes people stand out. And you have to come look at yourself and say, how am I different? What am I talking about that's different? That's not similar to no one else. And that usually comes from personal stories.
And I don't necessarily think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I don't think P means when he says talking about things completely different, he's not saying subject matter because we always thinking all alike and we see the same things. He's saying that your perspective is not like these other 10 people's perspective. When you tell your joke, you ain't saying the same thing they saying with different words. You come around the corner with a whole different angle that's like,
sure.
well, damn.
Right, sure. And, and it could come from from somebody being, I'm saying somebody can be gay and went through the hood and grew up and seen the same shit. And somebody can be straight. Well, y'all still talking about the same stuff, but you're doing it from a different perspective.
Right. Your own authentic perspective.
Right. Somebody can be well off in the hood or smart, the smartest guy in the hood. The smartest guy in the hood. And come out from that angle. But so I looked at that. I changed my act around. I came up with more stories based because I realized that out of the top 10 greatest comedians of all time, 7 of them were storytellers. And people love people who tell stories instead of jokes.
Absolutely.
Because stories, you get involved with that person. You feel there's a connection with that person.
It's visual though.
Right.
Even though it's not on the screen or anything. When you hear this story and a good storyteller, they can take you on this journey and you can see everything they talking about as if you walking through. Their mind.
Right, but think about it. A story brings you in. You're paying attention to the whole story. Where a comedian tells you joke. And jokes can be, I can do 18 jokes about 18 different things.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or pose that, in 15 minutes. Or tell you one 15-minute joke.
Right.
What do you think you're going to be more connected to? That one 15-minute joke.
That one 15-minute joke.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're following the storyline. It's not just joke. We both have friends that do comedy who are joke tellers and very funny at the joke telling.
Excellently funny.
But when you leave that comedy club or theater, some of those people you don't bring home with you. But someone who tells you a story, you'll bring home. That's why Kevin Hart moved so quickly, because a lot of comics from the Def Jam era told jokes only. And Kevin was one of the few ones that got into the story-based situation. And people started gravitating. And I'm not saying he's not funny, but he's not the funniest comedian you ever heard before. But he was interesting enough to listen to his stories. You know what I'm saying?
Great
Cat
stories.
Williams will tell you some stories. Right.
Yes,
So, we'll draw you into situations. So with that being said, and Dave Chappelle, look at Dave Chappelle.
Excellent story.
You know what I'm saying? You're following it in his stories. So I decided to go that route and go tell stories. Because I didn't think I could really tell stories until someone reminded me of that joke I did about being shot at McDonald's. Remember I said about spreading the bullets around equally? That was actually a true story. And one of my friends was like, nah, dude, you tell stories. You should do it. I said, what? So with that being said, I said, you know what? I'll do that. And so then I went ahead and came up with some stories I used to tell friends and girls and girlfriends and stuff and put it up there. Did that. And we shot it, and I had to raise the money. This is self-raised. I went to people who, and here's a good situation.
Okay.
I went to people who always would say, "Pete, man, you're so funny. Why aren't you in the next level?" And so I went to people who had some money. But what you have to realize is you have to put that good deed in way before you want that money.
Yeah, you got.
So those are years of knowing me. These people knew me for years. It's like, you always been an upstanding guy, Pete. You always did what you said. I've watched you start stuff and finish stuff. My own web series, my own movies. And so when I asked them for the money, they were like, I ain't, a little more negotiating than that. But basically, they
were in.
Right,
they were
from the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning.
They just want to understand how they get their money back and so forth. And so I was surprised, man. Like, people just like, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it costs money.
Tens and tens of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So they was willing to risk that money up to investors, and I used some of my own to make sure I had some skin in the game, with my friends. But I took it so serious because other people were putting their money up, friends of mine.
Yes.
So I could not have a set that was bullshit or kind of eye or just up there winging it and having fun with it.
RA special, not a good
exactly.
special.
So I had to bring out what I had to do. And what I did kind of encompass with my special was stories, but I also had messages in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And being that I'm black and white, I grew up from when I was from 11 years old on. I was raised in Germany the first 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this right. I was born in Texas. 2 weeks later, we moved to Germany.
What part of Texas?
Fort Hood, Killeen.
Fort Hood, Killeen.
My father was in the service.
Okay.
So 2 weeks later, I went to Germany, and I was there until I was 11. So just
you were there for a long time.
So I was around mixed race kids all my life. It was no big deal. I didn't know about black and white and shit.
Right,
I was around,
right.
You think about it. You're in the service. You're around all kind of kids. It made no difference. It wasn't until I moved to D.C. Going from Germany to D.C. was like going from Sound and Music to Boys in the Hood.
Right.
It was a big difference and shit. So I went around them niggas in the hood. I was like, whoa. I had long flowing hair like Prince on his first album. I tell people I had the Beyonce before Beyonce. Okay, I had my shit bumped and curled and shit. You remember that?
I
girls
saw
get
your
their shit
picture.
bumped. Yeah, okay. So my shit was deadly back then, and I had to comedy-wise, grew up quick in the hood, didn't understand how it moved. I didn't know, people stole shit from your bike. When I grew up, you could leave your bike in front of your house. No big deal.
But did y'all live on the base, P?
In the base, yes, we did. Well, base and off
I'm talking
base,
about before you came to D.C.
Both ways. I did both ways.
In D.C., you lived on the base, too?
No.
Now in D.C., you was off.
My father was out the service.
Y'all was
I went
out.
straight into the hood in D.C.
Okay. Was your dad from D.C.?
Yeah.
Okay, your dad from D.C.
So, but they stayed back in Germany for 2 years. For a year, my mother and my father, and me and my sister, and she was white, from a previous marriage with my mother, because my mother's white. So she moved in the same hood, like apartment complex, back in the days they had them 15-story apartment complexes.
Yes.
And I stayed with my cousin who, my aunt and uncle who had a 10-year-old cousin because I was 11. So
Okay, so they sent you before.
Right, before they came. So no teaching me nothing and shit. Wasn't no coddling, like, you my little baby,
None of
watch
that
out.
shit.
Hell no, I was throwing out them wolves.
And I know
and
your
shit.
cousin was giving you grief. Like, man,
shit.
your little German self.
I got all that kind of stuff. I was kind of real cute when I was coming out. I had long hair like a girl. So dudes, them nappy-headed niggas got mad at my shit because girls wanted to fuck my shit. I had to learn. I used to admit, this is a DC thing. I used to get my shit, I joke about. My cousin would get his hair cut. I wanted to get my shit did. I used to get my shit did at Hair Pair. Remember Hair Pair?
Hell yeah,
that's like
Hair Pair.
That's like Fantastic Sam for these kids now and shit.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I ain't know what a barber was. Nigga, I had somebody with a curling iron and shit, and a blow dryer and stuff. So
and that's back then when people was on, you got good hair.
Yeah,
they was
exactly.
on that shit hard.
What?
You like good hair.
Yeah, exactly. This is the hair I had. So I grew up through that. And so back to what I was saying about the special, I decided to tell stories of my life, about growing up and stuff like
That's
that.
excellent.
And it was fun, man. It was a great experience on my special. We did
Shows sold out.
Yeah, both shows.
Both shows
I did
sold out.
I did at the Ritz, at the Roxy.
The Roxy.
The Roxy's like the.
You remember Biggie snatching chains at the Roxy? Yeah.
In fact, Prince did his first ever tour date there.
Wow. What year was that?
November 26, 1979. His first ever time he went on tour, he went there. And for those who don't know what the Roxy, it's on Hollywood and Sunset.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the White Apollo. Like all big acts been there. Bob Dylan went through there. U2. Everybody went through that spot. Tina Turner and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really
it's a historic
place.
landmark.
Yeah,
It really is.
And I was fortunate enough to be able to do my special there. It's right now it's called Caught in the Middle, because I'm caught in the middle. And I talk about being black and white, and usually I would say stuff like,
let's talk about that, because I don't think people really, not that I know, I'm just guessing that has to be an awkward place, especially with everything right now. And I know you've been through a lot going on just growing up, but right now with this side, that side, I think it's an awkward place, but I also think you can speak to it from both sides of the aisle, though. You know what I mean, B?
Well, growing up in D.C., for years, when I was on stage, I would always say, black people, you know how we do this, blah, blah, blah. I say, but then white folks, you know how they do. And see, I separated myself from being white by saying they and them.
Now, did you do that because of what society says?
No,
because I got black in me, I'm black, or did you do it, or your existence was black, so that's why you just basically separated from the white side?
Once you grew up in D.C.,
that's what I'm saying.
What the fuck it is? Yeah, you can be green, you can be black, man.
Right.
If you grew up in the hood, I don't care what color. You can be Indian, Chinese dude. You can be a black Chinese dude in the hood.
Absolutely.
So you just gravitate towards that. And I love, being around black, just the culture and everything like that. And but then I decided in my act to say my black side and my white side when I talk about certain jokes.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? That way I keep it going in the middle both ways all the way through. And at the end of the day, let me tell you, white folks have done some terrible things to black people throughout history.
Absolutely.
But we need to get to a point where we need to get, not necessarily past it, but move forward from it. You know what I'm saying? From all this hatred, because it's not going to help. It's not going to help. The kids nowadays are so disconnected from the past. You know
They
what I'm saying?
are.
Majority. Now you'll see a bunch of rednecks jumping like in Charlottesville, but that is a smaller group than the world goes around. Because me and you, I've traveled to South Africa, I've Great Britain, Amsterdam. I've done shows all over the world.
Yes.
And I see how it's not like we think it is. It's not white people hate blacks and blacks hate white. It's not as bad as people think it is. Because now we're with internet, we're universally connecting to each other more.
But
You know what I'm
I
saying?
still think, like, kind of, you say,
Okay.
the damage that's been done.
Sure, okay.
And then the thing, I think we could, like you said, I think everything could move on, but the shit don't never stop. It always keep resurfacing itself. So what has to happen is, I think the other side got to move on too and say, we got to cut this shit out. Now, I can see how that can be. If you had supremacy all this time, I mean, in all honesty, who want to give that up?
Right, sure.
Who want to give up? I mean, we wouldn't. If the shoe was on the other foot, we wouldn't be like, no. We'd be like, everything fine, but it keeps resurfacing itself, and the playing field doesn't really ever appear to be even. So if you're going to say move on, the shit got to disappear some kind of way.
But hold on. It is. If you look at under 30, Under 30 is definitely changing this shit. I've seen blacks, whites, Mexicans, Malaysian, Indians, they date like it's no problem. It's no when me and you growing up.
I feel you under 30, but it's a lot of people here that's not.
I know, but
we got parents.
Hold on, but they're about to die off. So 2 more generations, it's going to subside majorly. Trust me. I've seen stuff. I remember you could talk about a gay. You could say, you faggot ass nigga, say that now. Or you transgender, get the fuck away. You can't stop all that. If I saw a black and white person together, I could be like, look at that Oreo ass nigga. Now I'd be like, who are you talking, man? Let that person go. Let them live. So we doing all that now, and we're starting to subside. Now when you see a black and white couple, you don't really say as much as you do.
I don't know if it's going to subside with them, really. I just don't think they've got to a point where they've really, really experienced it yet. And I'm saying at our age, I think that when you're young, you jaded. I think that when we were young, when we was 20-something and all that, because you young, you getting out your mother's house, you preoccupied, you going to college, whatever you doing, you preoccupied with different shit. So I don't think it's going to.
You don't see the difference of your generation or our generation and these kids nowadays when it comes to race relationships.
But I do. But I still think some ways they're going to be affected. Yeah, they are different. And they do view things differently, but what doesn't view things differently is the government systemically and those kind of things that keep perpetuating this situation.
Right.
So how, if those things don't change, how do they escape all of this? How do they because they do. I do agree with they view it differently.
You're still holding on to the government now, yes. But they're dying off. I would have never thought we'd seen a black president. Let's be real. I never thought.
I don't think they dying off because Marco Rubio and all them, they our age and they believe that same bullshit.
Right, but our generation is about to. Look, when you get people who are 22 years old, 24 years old, running for Congress and they are the now mindset of like, let's everybody live. We almost had a woman president. I mean, in 2 presidencies, we almost had a black and a woman.
Shit down.
But hold on, they did it funkily, yeah. But let me tell you, it won't have. She got to be the nominee. When did we ever have a nominee from one party that was a woman that almost won?
Yeah, they always let us. They always.
No, they don't. They never.
No, I'm just saying they always make us believe. That it's just like with the police shoot. They always make us believe he gonna get locked up. He been indicted. He don't get charged. So I'm just trying to say,
there have been some.
I can't see. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but I do know they operate differently, especially with my nieces and nephews. Sure. So I do understand that they
2 more generations.
They do operate.
2050, it won't be like it is right now. I guarantee you. 2050, because the old Trump people are going to be gone, and our generation is going to be gone. And these younger kids are going to move it. I'm telling you, I travel.
So we're going to be dead when the best experience for the black.
Right, that's true.
We was born too soon.
That's true, too. These young kids ain't nowhere near as tough as we are. We were. No, I know young black boys don't know how to cut grass. They won't they won't fight, not really fight. They be like, nah, I don't want to do anything. I'm scared. I don't want to go outside. Nowadays, you got
they barely can talk.
You damn near got to punish a kid by making them go outside and play. You better get your ass out the house and get away from that computer. No, I don't want to do that. They don't build go-karts to get rough no more, throw up football in the middle of the street no more. They don't do all that kind of stuff.
Well, my generation. They got phones and stuff.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Right. So they're much more softer. So they don't want no violence. Softer. They don't want no problems. So I promise you, within 2 more generations, that's going to subside. All that hatred. And I'm not saying there's never going to be nobody. It's always going to be as long as you have 2 different people.
That, but we're going to talk about
the majority. Masses. You're going to have a homosexual that's going to be a president one day. You're going to have a foreigner that's going to be a president, like, African or like Chinese American kind or whatever as the president, and a female within the next 20 years. Mark my term. Okay. Mark me. Okay?
Y'all heard what he said.
Yeah, watch.
Y'all heard
that old white man is being pulled away out of this situation.
I don't believe it. Okay. That old white man that raised a bunch of people that believe what he believes.
Not as many as you think.
And I just don't see it right now. Okay. I ain't saying it won't happen.
No, I hear. And all the tricks they did to get Trump voted, that ain't gonna happen again. All that Russian collusion. And see, I didn't realize that, too, how they make stuff go on Facebook and makes you think that Hillary ain't doing this and Trump's doing this when they were making up that stuff.
That plays with that shit propaganda.
That plays with psyches, yeah. So I don't think next time around it's going to happen as easy as that.
Okay, I can see that.
I hope so. Well, let's hope so. Because, I don't want to see people disliking each other. It is what it is. Like I said, I think it's going to change. But
so you think, by the time, like, my niece and nephew,
they
graduate from high school.
Yes.
So by the time they get our age.
Well, 2035.
What age? They 17.
Your grandkids. Let's put it that way.
My grandkids?
Your grandkids.
By the time my grandkids get what age?
Voting age. 18 years old.
All gone.
No, I ain't say all gone, but wait, let's say we have racism, let's say what number? Let's say back in the 50s, it was huge. Let's say it was what? Let's say it was probably about 75% was racist, white people. Let's go with that number. Let's say a number like that.
Okay.
Now we're down to, I would say, 45. To me, 45% white folks are racist compared to back in the 1960s and stuff. I think by time, I think by time you talking about that, maybe 12%.
12%?
Yep. Okay. So you're going to have 88% that ain't going to be nowhere like that. Because I can see it now. They're letting transgenders and gays and anybody come in and do what they want to. You cannot discriminate or even say nothing, even speak about
it. But I'm saying, you saying transgender, you saying,
black, Mexican, anything.
Okay, we gonna see.
All right, talk about a Mexican on stage in a negative way. Okay?
They don't care nothing about none of that. We had a comedian friend, though. What do you think? John Lasseter. Shout out to John Lasseter. Mm-hmm. He was working at the Atlantic City Casino.
Okay.
He told a joke about Donald Trump. Well, from what I understand, people stood up, shouted, and he lost his gig.
Wow, I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's right either.
At all.
He lost his gig.
What did he say? Do you remember what he said?
I don't know exactly the joke that he said.
Now, you can't say killed. I wouldn't want him to say kill Donald Trump. He needs to be killed and executed. Now that's kind of I can see somebody losing their job for that now.
I doubt if he's
right. Okay,
I don't think people go that far because I think most people know the Secret Service will come knocking.
I heard that. Okay,
you start talking about kill Donald Trump, but I don't understand why he would lose his gig over that. I don't understand the censorship when it comes to comedy.
But not just about the president, right? But if you talk about homosexuals in the wrong way, look at Tracy Morgan had to go apologize for saying about homosexuals, about killing his son who's gay and shit. So what are you talking about? The president.
I don't understand the sensitivity.
That's why it's just going to change because everyone's so sensitive now that they're going man, let's stop all this, y'all. Let's stop all this.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're too sensitive nowadays to even stand up and say, let that make it say what he want to say. Fuck that.
AG, where your ass go? You ain't never called back.
Oh, damn. Well, he's in the bathroom, Remember he's in the bathroom and shit for a while, making calls? Okay.
So I give that. It was another thing you wanted to talk about, P. That,
the beefing?
The beefing between comics.
Yeah,
in case y'all don't know, some comics, we don't get along. And when we don't get along, it's kind of like we're very sensitive people. You might not know that because we got these strong exteriors and all that. But we some of the most sensitive motherfuckers you're going to find. So when we don't get along, I'm talking about it's almost to fighting senses. Mm-hmm. Well, it's very bad. When we don't like one another, it is very bad. And the situation might not be that heavy,
right?
But it seems heavy.
But recently I seen let's say Kevin Hart with Mike Epps. I've seen Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. I've seen Dave Chappelle and Faison.
Wait a minute, what happened with Dave and Faison?
What Faison said, he didn't think that that David was funny. And he think he came through the white man's, situation. That's why he's where he's at now. He wouldn't have been the same way if he'd been through the black situation. He thought his first season.
Everybody come through the white man.
Yeah, he thought that his first season show wasn't as funny. It wasn't funny until the second season when black people started watching. It was funny and stuff. And it's funny because I actually did a podcast or something I did.
Very funny to me.
And I spoke about it. And I kept it real two-faced about Faison, and Faison called me.
What did he say?
Well, no, he loved it. He said, P, I like you, dude. He said, I fucks with you because you kept it 100. You said what I was trying to say. And I was real with it. To me, I don't agree with Dave Chappelle not being funny his first season. I thought the shit was funny. Just because black people hadn't watched it don't mean it wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest skits I've ever seen came through that first year.
So what did you say, P, that he liked?
One was I said, what did I say? That's a good question. What did I say about that? I said, Well, one thing was Dave did not come through the white circuit. Black circuit. It's true. It's what it is. Not a negative of saying he's wrong for that. It is what it is.
Paths.
Right. It's different path. And what did I forget? But and I was just saying this on my own. Like Dave, I would say, would Dave be Dave had he had to come through the Chitlin circuit with us? I don't know. I just told you, we want that quick humor, bam, bam, bam. We don't want that relaxed humor and stuff. He has now made himself such a, star that we've had to watch him on his platform, how he does it, which you got to respect. But if he came to them black comedy clubs, and people sometimes say, he came to the Chitlin Circuit he came to the club one night. One night is one thing, but making a living through that bullshit is something different. You know what I'm saying?
That's absolutely.
And I remember a good friend of mine who was, rest in peace, Joe Recker told me one time.
Rest in peace, Joe.
He told me that he went to Barry Katz, which is his manager, who was Chappelle's manager at the time. Chappelle was like 19 years old in New York, and he told him about a gig in like a black gig, like in Ohio somewhere. He had like whatever, some black club and shit. And Barry Katz told him, this is what Joe Recker told me. He tried to tell him, go do this club. Barry Katz looked at Joe Recker and said, man, I pay all of Dave Chappelle's bills to keep him in New York so he don't have to do that bullshit out there.
Really?
Now, I don't blame him for that, but he coveted him, make sure he didn't do that crazy shit that we had to do.
What made, this is what I'm trying to get at. What upset Faison? What was his point when he was trying to say, what was he saying when he was saying, oh, he didn't come through the white circuit, saying that to say what?
To say that he's not,
that he wouldn't have
funny.
made it.
Well, one, but he's not really that funny because he didn't go through the hard shit.
Funny as shit to me,
I know.
Faison.
I told him the same thing. I said he's funny as shit to me.
He's funny as shit to me.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of humor. Yeah, it's just a different it's funny like. It's like let me ask you a question.
And I think if he would have came through that circuit with his storytelling ability and his ability to reel people, then I think it would have worked. You don't think it would have worked?
The Quonset hut and all them shit we had to go through, the fucking hole in the walls we had to do. Them niggas like, come on, be a joke now, hurry up, man. You did 5
I just think he would have conformed.
But then it would have been quicker then. It wouldn't have been long stories like it. It would have been.
Well, it could have been quicker. Stories, but it could have been at a little, not at the pace he's at. He might have switched his pace up to go a little faster. I think he would have kind of conformed, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he didn't because I like what he's doing.
Yeah, I love what he's doing. Hell fucking yeah. He out of sight to me.
Yeah.
So Faison said if he would have came through that circuit, no way.
Right.
Okay.
And he thought he was first year wasn't that funny. And I was like, nah, dude, that first year show was funny. We just black people didn't watch it.
You talking about Chappelle show?
Yeah, because
oh hell yeah. Shout out, I was on Chappelle.
I know that's right. And you did a great job. My thing is this. Black people weren't checking for Chappelle back then. And let's be real, because even Chappelle said it. And it was on Comedy Central with something black people weren't watching either. So the first year wasn't watching. We didn't watch. So to say
when
that.
they got a whiff of the shit.
Exactly.
It was
on. What? Come on now.
Because the shit was hilarious. Man. It was very poignant.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I mean, come on. Very brilliant comedy.
Yeah, it was. So to me, it's just.
So
it's
what
just
did Dave say to him about that?
Oh, I don't know. What happened.
Dave might just say, man, I ain't talking about this shit.
When you're getting $60 million for 3 Netflix specials, fuck who you want to talk to.
But why I don't even understand why we beefing though.
Right.
I don't know. We shouldn't. Why we publicly beef? Like, but about what though? What is the problem?
Well, let me ask you a question. I don't know how real some of the beef is because you got what's the name? The white Gary Owen beefing with what's that boy name? Michael Blackson. They talking crazy and shit. Is it real beef or is it just some shit they want to start some shit online? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because real beef to me, a nigga, if I see you in the streets, nigga, it's on.
You can't tell no more, and the reason you can't really tell no more. You can't tell no more, and the reason you can't tell no more is because of the number situation.
What you mean?
It's all dictated upon numbers now. The social media numbers,
right? Sure.
So you can't really tell if it's really legitimate or not.
Right. If people are going after numbers more than real beef.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
is it really a legitimate beef? I mean, come on now.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm not saying
because I don't see any reason why Mike and Kevin would be beefing, or why Mike would be beefing with Kevin, or what you say Cat was beefing with?
Cat was beefing with Kevin.
Yeah, I don't understand why they'll be beefing with him. Like, what happened?
But let me ask you a question. I know it's gonna sound horrible to say this.
Okay, well, we talking.
No. I know.
And that's what this podcast for. Right. We give our own opinions. Ain't nobody, whatever you think you feel, and that's one thing we stick it to. And we stick to it because in this society, so many people got the same opinion. Right. Nigga, now. We got all different opinions. So speak your mind.
Do we just beef online? Or do when I see you, I need to whoop that ass, get that ass to you,
I think we doing more. At our age, now, P, you can admit, when we were coming up, now we veteran comics, we came up 20-some odd years ago. Mm-hmm. When we was coming up, the beef, it wasn't no online, so people was getting punched in the mouth.
Right.
You know that for a
Bring
fact.
that back. Bring that back. Shit. Bring that back.
These niggas old, P.
No, bring it back. You know.
See, they old. They can't. And the young guys, they don't.
Then what is the beef for? Just to talk shit online?
Just to talk shit online because
fuck you.
they ain't nobody gonna really. They can't punch nobody no more. How they gonna punch somebody? They old now, P. They can't fight like that no more.
That's what this new generation does.
But the new generation, they view.
They like it.
They like it, but they different. The new generation,
They ain't gonna fight.
They ain't gonna fight like we used to fight over jokes and all. They ain't gonna fight because they don't care about using recycled jokes. They don't care if you're not funny. So they don't got no reason to fight about nothing.
So let me ask you. So if another female says you a bitch, Dominique, you was a bitch, you a thief ass, bitch ass. Whenever I see her, she ain't nothing but a bitch ass beef, bitch stealing jokes. Do you just go back to her and say, fuck you, you ain't nothing but an ugly ass hoe, you ain't shit either? Y'all gonna just go back and forth
we
like
ain't
that?
going back and forth because the bitch say I'm a joke thief. The bitch don't know me.
Okay,
I ain't never been that, and the bitch ain't never told a joke I wanted to steal.
Right.
So it ain't no reason for me to even beef with her. She beefing with herself, trying to start something with me. Because anybody know me in this game long as I've been down. I ain't no joke thief.
I know that, but the masses don't know that. If you don't respond back, they're gonna like, oh, she might be a joke thief. She calling her out.
And I ain't no joke thief.
I know you want to. But you know what I'm saying? If someone calls you that kind of, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What's your repercussion? There's nothing at all?
Well, I guess I would have to speak to her since you said it like that. Just tell them, I ain't never been a joke thief. And I don't even know who this felonious bitch is, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
I heard that.
Bitch, and that's the bottom line. I ain't about to argue with nobody. I ain't getting in no confrontation with you over something I know you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Right.
Why for what?
Because the masses, the fans be like, girl, you say something, girl, you ain't, you know, and you're human now.
Right.
If you go on Charlamagne the God, so what's about you being a joke?
But that's what I'm going to tell the God. I'm going to say, Charlamagne, she lying. You know me. You seen my work. You know her ass lying. Now you need to ask her.
I don't know if your jokes are stolen or not, girl. I don't know if they stolen.
You know the shit I'm saying ain't stolen. Where you heard it at? Because if I'm going to steal a joke, I'm going to steal it from I ain't going to steal it from a poop butt, motherfucker. I'm going to steal a joke from a bona fide. I'm going to steal. If I got to go to stealing, I'm going to steal from the top of the order, Pete.
Well, you're different.
I ain't doing poop butt stealing.
We know a lot of veterans that steal from poop butt comedian because the poop butt, what's his name did that shit? Robin Williams stole that whole what's that shit that hold on, Robin, what's that thing? I'm on fire. Remember that
and they said Robin Williams
go to
comedy club and sit in the back with his pen and paper and go out there like this or that.
Right. So it ain't like that veterans don't steal backwards, and you know that's what
veterans do steal backwards.
Right. So
I just ain't never been a joke thief.
No. I'm just
I know you use that. I know you.
I'm about to say, girl,
I know
come on
you
now.
know that, P.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I just in the scheme of comedy. I'm generalizing now. In the scheme of comedy, it ain't.
But
no
my
need.
thing is, what do you do? Do you approach that person, or do you get the scrapping with her when you see her? Like, bitch, you ain't gonna keep talking about me like that. Or you just walk past her and she keep on talking about you. It's gonna boil up to some person.
And you already said the Breakfast Club. Shout out! I'm trying to come on the Breakfast Club. Shout out!
You should be there, right?
I did. I did a show. With what's the other guy's name?
Get that nigga some skin lightening cream. He'll fuck around and put you on.
Who?
Charlamagne, ain't trying to be light skinned or something?
God like that. The God don't want to be light skinned.
Yes, he do. God
Why you say the God want to be light skinned like that?
God want to be white. Come on, I like the God.
Why you say that about
God
the God?
is white. Ain't God white, y'all?
Why you say the God want to be light skinned like that,
Cause
bitch?
the light skin in right now. Fuck that. Okay?
Yeah, but the God don't never give me that. I love the God. He keep it real. He lay it down.
Don't let me get in the radio station with him. Me and the God we going for it. I fucks with him a long way, but I'm gonna fuck with him a strong way.
Bring us to the Breakfast Club because I love the God. I mean, I might not agree with everything he say, but
I like he talk.
But I like people's own opinion.
There you go.
I'm strong on that, and I like people's own opinion. I don't like all this. If you don't think the way I think, you wrong. I don't like that.
Right.
It's something wrong with that. So I like people
afraid to speak up.
Or afraid to speak up. So I like that. I like his opinion. And I did a comedy show one time with what's the DJ, the other guy's name?
Envy.
With Envy. With DJ Envy was doing comedy. So I did a comedy show with him. So I want to come on there. Angela, the God, Envy.
Okay.
Get us on the Breakfast Club. We just want to talk to y'all.
I'm going to go reckless. Don't put me on, nigga.
Yeah, don't
All
put
three of y'all.
Don't put P on, because P just going to talk shit.
Okay.
Especially, hey, Charlamagne. The man say you want to be white. What
I
type of
said,
shit is that?
I said
He
light
said God white. Oh, he said you want to be light skinned.
You want to be like one of us.
You want to be light skinned.
You want to be well kinder, nigga. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He said you want, I don't know
well
about.
Kinda.
Hey, God, I don't know if you want to be. You ain't never gave me that, but you know. Shout out to Charlamagne. I like his hustle. Got his books and all that.
I like the whole team. And Angela Yee, Angela Yee, I need to see her close up. You know what I'm saying? See what that look like.
I knew that was coming.
I like some Asian food too. Something like it hot.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. I don't know what happened to AG White, but me and P had great conversation.
I loved it.
It was very informative.
Okay, that's a good word.
If you had any other questions, AG White, shout out to him.
Yes.
Got lost round somewhere by a urinal somewhere.
Okay,
we all know what happened to him.
You know how they do. You know how the white folks do at them public bathrooms. That nigga looking
He
at
gonna
these stalls
fuck me up for talking about him when he was gone.
What did that AG stand for, motherfucker? That's what I want to know. What does AG stand for? Okay.
All right, so we gonna wrap this up. P, get him your social media handle so they know where to find you.
My shit's live on social media. If you go to Instagram, it's at Comic Pierre. That's COMIC Pierre. Comic Pierre. If you come on there, you follow me. Tell me you heard me on this show. So I know this is really lit up here because I know my girl is putting that work in. I want to see that work she's putting in. And also, if you want to laugh right now at my web series, go to YouTube and put in Dating Pierre. DATING PIERRE. One word, Dating Pierre. I promise you, after the first episode, you're hooked. 6 episodes. We're trying to turn that into a TV show like Insecure and all them other kind of things.
It'll work.
It's about me dating different chicks in Atlanta. You know, I lived in Atlanta for a little while, 10 years. Yeah. I'm not gay, but I did live in Atlanta. So you got to say that shit because niggas look at you.
You do got to say that. They be like,
and I dated all types of women too. Black, white, straight, motherfucker, you name it, handicap, bougie, hood rats and shit. I did a plethora of women in Atlanta.
Personal.
So check it out. Dating Pierre on YouTube or follow me on all social media platforms at Comic Pierre. I'll holler at you, man. I love doing the show with you, girl. I appreciate you.
P. I'm going to definitely have you back.
Yes.
P, tell them them dates. Tell them them dates where they can see you on the road.
Oh, well,
because everybody on this show, if you see them on the road, go check them out.
I'm in Detroit the 14th through the 17th in Detroit. And then I go to Beaumont, Texas. Beaumont, you been to Beaumont yet, girl? The Beaumont Club?
I ain't been to the Beaumont Club.
Jazz Jokes or something like that?
Oh, yeah, I got to go down to Beaumont.
Yeah, the week after June 22nd, 23rd, 24th, something like that. So in Beaumont, you can catch me in June. But right now I'm in L.A. running around here and loving life. And again, man, I appreciate it, girl. Anytime you call me, I come, okay?
You always do.
All
Likewise, P. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know where to find me. Dominique, die. And the funniest here, as usual, every week we live and we kicking it. And we holler at y'all next week and we out.